I know that look. I know that look. So
yeah, this is the dark skin shit.
Dark skin shit.
Yeah. The one I was telling you about the chow she got on at the party.
Yeah, that's
at
her.
the club. That's
her.
her right here.
Damn.
Yeah.
So what's she talking about? Let's
hey,
touch this up.
She asked me what I'm doing. All right, welcome back to the segment. You know what I'm saying? We on social media live where we just kind of just look at the hottest topics in social media and just try to bring it home and try to get people to feel out different things and try to find out, and come to a conclusion where, we have this opinion way over here and this opinion way over here. We're just trying to come to a conclusion to where people can really understand, that people do have different opinions and we don't want them to, disregard another's opinion, with volatile arguments that really don't matter. So, point of it, this your boy, King of Shade, Katie, and I'm with my man, Jabbar. So where we at right now is, once again, he has a question to ask, and we just gonna try to figure it out. So go ahead, Jabbar.
All right, so this is what we're gonna do. All right, first we're gonna say this: which side you gonna take? Like, is you gonna take the side where where you believe she's drunk side and try to explain that, or you gonna take the side you believe she's murder side and try to explain that?
Okay, so as I bring up where we saw this, on this social group that was actually in Facebook and it was talking about this subject, I guess what you asking me is, am I gonna take
on the Kenneka, my bad, on the Kenneka Jenkins or Martin? I don't know. I see she got two last names, which kind of confused me. So it's either Kenneka Martin or Kenneka Jenkins. And I'm gonna get into some weird stuff.
Okay, so I got what you're saying.
Yeah. So
regardless of it, and this is what we do around here.
Because we got people
we mediate.
Who believe she was really drunk, and we got people who believe she was murdered.
Right.
I could take on each side, either side. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of on the fence.
So what we do around here, regardless of if it's my real opinion or Jay's, what we saying is we just look at the scope of the debates that happen in the group. He'll take one side, I take the other side, and we just kind of bring it home here, within the area. So what side do I have to choose from?
Choose from the, give like a storyline. Choose from she was just really drunk side, or was she murdered side? Which side you want to choose?
All right. We know she's dead.
Right.
For a fact.
She's dead.
We know she's dead.
Exactly.
I'm going to tell you the side I want to go on.
Go ahead.
The side I want to go on, or the side I want to point out is, who are your real friends? Who are you hanging with? Because this needs to be pointed out. Who are you hanging with that allows you to get that messed up?
Right.
On an intoxicant, yes, hallucinogen, whatever drug, you know what I'm saying? And especially being a female, who are you rolling with? We ain't blaming. We're not blaming your friends for your responsibilities. Right. We're not saying that. My thing is, I just like to know that I got some boys or some girls, some associates that roll with me that are like, Kevin, we done seen you when you about to tip over. We know how you get. Slow down. Who you rolling with? Who are you come on dogs in this situation? Because I saw the girl going to the icebox, and then of course I got to point this out because a lot of people saying this as I scroll through. A lot of people saying this in the comments that they didn't really understand, or no, there was a situation of the manipulation of the tape. Like, this is supposed to not be the girl or whatever. Even if that's acting, even if that's not the girl, whomever that girl was, why y'all let her be by herself like that? If you got friends, that's what I want to know.
Right.
Now, you can go with your opinion on that too.
Right. So yeah, that's my thing. If it was acting, see, I kind of think it was a murder. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of, and then it got some spiritual things going on with this situation too. That's probably for a whole nother section. But the reason why, you know what I'm saying, if it was an actor, we're gonna touch base if it was an actor. I believe if it was an actor, actually, it possibly could have been an actor. Actually, now that you think about it, because I'm gonna say if it was an actor, they would have friends to, you know what I'm saying, they put friends with the girl, but I forgot that she died in the freezer. So My thing is, I believe it was a murder. Like, there's a lot of things pointing to a murder. And us, by us being editors and actually doing stuff like this, you know what I'm saying? I believe it was murder.
And you know, this brings me back. You know, and another thing I want to point out is the one thing we do about this show. I know I look very young, and you probably look very old.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But
hold on, hold up, I'm trying to write. I didn't even wind it back. You know,
no. But seriously though, the reason why we do this is because of conflicting and contrasting generational opinions that that one must get from both sides of the story. And I'm actually, you know, a little bit older from another generation than this guy. And he is actually, you know,
in this generation,
in this generation, you know, of you know, what they call what do they call that? Our generation next, the millennials, you know, all that stuff, and so this stuff needs to be pointed out. And I kind of wanted to point that out, but anyway, not to go on that too much. But the reason I did that is because this reminds me of a situation that happened a while back. You know, when we allowed some kids to go off by themselves. You know what I'm saying? Right. And an unfortunate situation happened. You know, not me personally, but you know, I remember from my generation, the story kind of was the same. You know what I'm saying? And it was bad. You know, it was just as bad as it was then. And it's unfortunate that we haven't fixed these situations now. We understand, you know, adolescence. We understand being teenagers. You can't do nothing about it. Have fun. We don't want to take it from that because one thing about growing up is the experience of it. You know what I'm saying? You may experience bad, you may experience good, but it's always learn a lesson. And so what we're saying is, like, when you find yourself in these situations, you got to be very careful with who you involve yourself with. Because, you know, just like this young lady, Kenneka, she don't have another chance to back it up. If she did, I'm pretty sure she don't have another chance to back it up and do it all over again, where she went left when she should have went right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or she went right when she should have went left. All of that stuff, you know, come into play. So, you know, I just wish her family, you know, send my condolences out. I hope whatever the investigation is, come out with it. Now, I will say this. That was Chicago. And this ain't nothing against Chicago. This ain't nothing against any city. But whatever the police don't find out, there's a thing called street justice.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Somebody knows something.
Somebody knows something. And
someone knows.
It's in the street somewhere.
Somebody knows something. So you really got to be careful. So, you know. But just bringing it home, you know, we saw a lot of debates and arguments going on about this, and everybody kind of had that same type of flow. Why was she so irresponsible? Why are her friends to blame? Was it really a murder? Was this really the girl in the video? You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, if you want to see more of this topic and more of the discussion on, you know, what we talked about, you know, from a longer version, definitely subscribe to our YouTube channel. And also, from the YouTube channel, you can go to our site and see what's going on.
Also, I want to point something out.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. We will do our own little investigation and everything. Put it in there so we can, you know, saying to back up our claims. We will have everything put in your face so you can know what's going on, what we think, and why we think. So that's all I want to point out.
Exactly. And that's the one thing you're gonna find about us: in-depth analysis. We really go there. And the objective is to teach you things about things from historical fact, scientific, to kind of get you to understand, you know, what's going on. All right, other than that, we're closing out. Don't forget, subscribe to the link below.